Have you ever visited the majestic Ram Mandir in Ayodhya, or seen Statue of Unity? Or the Delhi Metro, the lifeline of India's capital? Or have you ever wondered who built the Bandra-Worli Sea Link that glitters across Mumbai's skyline? Or perhaps the world-class airports of Bengaluru and Hyderabad, where millions of travelers pass through every year? What if I told you that all of these, and hundreds more oil rigs in the oceans, nuclear reactors powering electricity, IT systems running global companies, trace their roots back to a story that began with two foreigners in a tiny Mumbai office, armed with little more than their engineering degrees, their savings, and their courage? That story is Larsen and Toubro. Or as we call it today, L&T. It all began in the 1930s, when two Danish engineers arrived in India. It was year 1938. The world was on the brink of war. Two young Danish engineers, Henning Holt Larsen and Sven Christian Toubro, decided to start something of their own in India. One was Holt Larsen, the visionary, born in 1907, studied chemical engineering in Denmark. He had a sharp nose for business, loved talking to people, and could spot opportunities where others saw risks. While the other was Toubro, born in 1906, a mechanical engineer, quiet and precise. He was the technical brain who could take an idea and make it work. Together, they formed a partnership in 1938. Together, they rented a small room in Bombay, with just a few clerks and assistants. Their work: selling imported dairy equipment from Denmark to Indian companies. The capital? Almost nothing. Just their personal savings and whatever little commission they earned on sales. The customers? Mostly dairy firms who wanted modern equipment. The dream? Simply to survive. They could never have imagined that this small partnership would one day become one of India's biggest multinationals. Then came 1939. The world plunged into World War II. Imports from Europe stopped completely. The small firm of Larsen and Toubro was suddenly staring at collapse. Imagine being in their shoes, two foreigners in colonial India, barely any money, no strong connections, and their only business line cut off. Most people would have returned home. But not these two. Holt Larsen and Toubro asked themselves a bold question: if we can't import machines from Europe, why not make them here in India? And that decision changed everything. They set up small fabrication workshops in Mumbai. Instead of importing, they started manufacturing spare parts locally. Piece by piece, job by job, they kept the business alive. Soon, they weren't just agents of European equipment anymore, they were becoming manufacturers in their own right. World War II created shortages, but it also created demand. The British government in India needed engineering goods for defense and infrastructure. Larsen and Toubro began supplying equipment and services. This was their turning point. From being sales agents, they had become engineers and builders. They faced challenge after challenge, which includes: first, capital shortages. Banks were hesitant to lend. They reinvested every rupee of profit back into the business. Second, material shortages. They found creative substitutes and worked with Indian suppliers. And lastly, skepticism. Few trusted a small foreign firm to deliver on big projects. But L&T earned that trust by always delivering quality. So far, if you are enjoying this journey and discovering the untold story of Larsen and Toubro, this is the perfect time to support our channel. Go ahead and hit the like button if you are finding this story interesting so far, and subscribe to our channel for more such inspiring business documentaries. Now, let's continue the incredible story of L&T. Then in 1946, as India approached independence, Larsen and Toubro formally became a private limited company. India was about to begin its great industrial journey. And L&T was perfectly placed to be part of it. They built dams, power plants, and factories, also entered construction in a big way, and they started making switchgear, transformers, and electrical equipment essential for electrifying a new nation. The partnership of the two dams worked beautifully. On one side, Holt Larsen chased opportunities, brought in contracts, and expanded vision. And on the other side, Toubro ensured that the technical quality was world-class. By the 1950s and 60s, L&T was no longer a small player. They built cement plants, chemical factories, and hydroelectric dams. They began manufacturing industrial machinery. They opened training centers to develop Indian engineers, knowing skilled people were the real backbone of progress. In the 1970s, they took an even bigger leap, from building nuclear reactors for India's nuclear energy program to constructing offshore oil platforms to expanding into the Middle East for large construction projects. What started as a dairy equipment firm was now shaping the industrial backbone of India. But what made L&T special wasn't just size. It was their values of never give up in a crisis, where they turned World War II from disaster into opportunity. Next, deliver what you promise. Even governments began to trust them with critical infrastructure. And last, invest in people, that is training, skill building, and creating leaders from within. These attitude of never give up in a crisis, deliver what you promise, and invest in people helped them weather every storm, recessions, oil crisis, political changes, and keep growing. L&T stands tall, adapting, evolving, and building. Resilience isn't just a trait, it's their legacy. And by the 1980 and 90, L&T was more than construction. They spread into IT services, L&T Infotech, now LTI Mindtree, to financial services, L&T Finance, to automation and defense equipment, to shipbuilding and aerospace components. They became a true conglomerate, touching almost every sector of India's economy. By the 2000, they were a global giant, with operations in 50-plus countries. Let's not forget the men themselves. Henning Hall Clarsen lived a long life, passing away in 2003 at the age of 96. He was remembered as a visionary who loved India as his second home. Sven Christian Tobro returned to Denmark later in life and passed away in 1982. He was remembered as the quiet engineer who gave L&T its technical strength. Together, their names Larsen and Tobro became immortal. Fast forward to today. L&T employs over 50,000 people. It builds bridges, metros, airports, oil rigs, power plants. It delivers IT solutions and financial services. It is consistently ranked among the world's top construction companies. What started in a single rented office in 1938 is now a symbol of India's industrial might. The story of L&T is more than a corporate journey. L&T is the spirit of engineering India forward. It's a lesson that even in crisis, there lies opportunity. That trust, quality, and persistence can build empires. And that to foreigners, with no money and no backing, could help build the future of an entire nation. So the next time you cross the Bandra-Worli Sea Link, ride the Delhi Metro, or walk through a modern Indian airport, remember, you are walking through the vision of Hall Clarsen and Tobro. This isn't just a company story. It's the story of how two dreamers helped shape the destiny of modern India. If you found this journey inspiring, do hit the like button. It motivates us to bring more untold stories like this. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell icon so you never miss our upcoming documentaries on India's greatest companies and mega projects.